Welcome to Curie Electronics. Today we are going to make a obstacle avoiding car. To make this project, I have got a kit from online. It is available on Amazon and various popular electronic sites in India. So, this is the manual I got with the kit. So it has got a chassis, one wheel to decide the speed, rotational speed, and wheels, and geared motor, geared DC motor, battery holder, then fasteners. So first we have to assemble as per the given instructions. Here they are shown how to assemble it. So first you have to assemble these parts, and we have to make the car out of these parts. Then the second stage is making the vehicle, how to avoid the obstacle. See, the chassis chassis is made of acrylic. So there will be a sheet covering this. So you have to remove that paper and just peel it off. That's it. So this is how you peel it off to remove all the papers. So first we are inserting the fasteners to the chassis. See, from the bottom you have to place it, insert it. So this is how you insert those fasteners. See, next we have to fix the velocimetric wheels to the motor. That is nothing. To find the rotational speed, we can insert that wheel to the motor. So you will place that. Then what? See, yeah. Just insert it and place it like this. See, the side fastener you have to put it, and they have provided a bolt to bolt the motor to the chassis. So you have to just put the nut and tight it. So with a screwdriver, just tight it firmly. Don't over tight it, it may break, because this motor body is plastic. So sufficiently the motor should stay there firmly, that way. So each motor it has got two nut and bolts. So now we have assembled all motors. There are 4 motors to the chassis. So this is the chassis. On chassis we have assembled the 4 motors, and you see here we have connected the wires also. This is a DC geared motor. So when you wire this motor, or when you connect wires to this motor, you have to make sure you connect the wires, that is positive and negative, in the same place, similar direction. Otherwise what happens, the rotational direction changes. So we have to make sure this all will rotate clockwise or anti-clockwise if you give the same voltage to it. So as per that, see here, this is a blue color wire, down is the white. So similar way you have to take care of all the wires, and also you see the direction of the motors, how it is placed. Now we can put the wheels. So you have to just see the slots on the tire and insert it on the motor shaft. When you apply, you have to apply reasonable force, not too much force to insert it. Yeah, you see the slot properly on the shaft and the wheel, it should match. Then slightly push it. So you have to give the support on the other side also. Don't push it only on one side. You have to support the other side and push the wheel inside. See, next we are placing the top chassis of the vehicle. So we have mounted the wheel also. The top chassis, you have to do the 4 motor wires pair. Each motor having 2 wires. That you have to take it out through suitable holes provided. So we have 4 motors, so we should have 4 pairs of wires. Now see, between these two chassis we have to make it stable or fixed. So for that they have provided spacers. So we have to fix the spacers. So 4 spaces are there. So we have to fix all these spaces. They have provided a M3 screw. So using a screwdriver, you have to just tighten. Reverse the vehicle, reverse the chassis, and put the nut. Then only it will complete and it will remain stable. Otherwise, when you lift and all, this will come out. To avoid that, you have to put the one side you will put the screw, other side you will put the nut. So do the same for all 4 spacers. So before making the obstacle avoidance system, that part we have to run these motors. For that we are using this Arduino board, Arduino Uno, with a ready-made motor shield. So this is a ready-made thing. You can just get it from online or some electronic shops or Amazon and just insert it. Easily insertable. And now we have to make the connections, motor connections on the motor shield. So now we are connecting the, see on the motor shield they mentioned a M1, M2, M3, M4. That is for 4 motors. 4 motors. So you have to make the connections, and after uploading the code, when you run these motors, you will come to know all connections are right or wrong. If there is a mistake in the change in direction, then you have on the terminal, this terminal block, whatever you are connecting now, you have to interchange the connection. For a particular meter, the plus and minus, you have to change it. So to do that, you have to start the motors in a lower RPM, low speed. First you have to run it in low speed. So this is a servo motor, which are this is the servo motor. By rotating, this will rotate to find the obstacle. So that obstacle sensor is this ultrasonic sensor SCR04. This is a sensor used to find the obstacle, and that we have to mount it on this obstacle, the servo. On top of this servo we have to mount it. So there is a ready-made part available to mount it. We will not get that part, so what we will do, we will use a double side tape and stick it. So now we are fixing the servo motor. See, we are just sticking it using a double side tape. So this is the one which help us in find the any obstacle is there in front of the this car. And the servo motor connection on the shield, they have given options for the servo connection. So you can just insert it, but when you connect it, take care of the polarity wires and all. Okay, so it's the same way disconnected now. So you can see how it is connected. The yellow is the signal, plus red is the plus, and brown is the minus. That's for the power. So now on the servo we have to fix the, what you have to fix, the sensor, that is the ultrasonic sensor. We have to fix it. So that also we are using a double side tape and sticking it, because we not get a proper fixture for it. So we are just using the double side tape and trying to fix it there. So now we have fixed the ultrasonic sensor. Now what you have to do, we have to give the connections. So on the shield we are connecting trigger as A0, and echo as A1. So if you are making first time, you can just simply follow it, and you will get the code in the description. Just download it, make this hardware connection same way, and just run it. So we have completed the obstacle avoidance car. So this is the sensor and the servo combination which takes care of the obstacle. So if there is obstacle, it's supposed to detect and change its path. So you can see all these connections. You can make similar connections. Now what we'll do, we'll upload the code, and we'll power the car, power this unit or power this vehicle, and see whether it is working perfectly as expected. And uploading the code and all, we are not going to show you because already you know how to upload it. So let's upload the code and run the vehicle.